Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer with Oculus Rift Reviews, now with Windows Mixed Reality as well. And happy 4th of July. If you hear fireworks in the background, that's because lots of people are shooting off fireworks. I live in a city. People do it even though it's illegal. Anyways, today we're going to review Shadow Uprising VR, a game on the Steam store for the HTC Vive, Valve Index, and the Oculus Rift. However, I can confirm it works perfectly fine on Windows Mixed Reality. However, you are using the touchpad for movement. The joystick is not used, unfortunately. I wish it was. Oh well. Now, this is a stealth action game, and it's positively rated on the Steam store. And it's currently on sale, 90% off during the Steam Summer Sale 2020. Since it was 90% off, I went ahead and I pulled the trigger, even though to me it didn't seem like it should be positively rated just from the videos I've seen of it. Anyways, is this worth 20 bucks, the normal price? The quick answer is no way, it's not worth 20 bucks. And there is a reason why it's 90% off. However, at 90% off, I can recommend it, but there are things you need to know about this game. First of all, it has 9 levels. There is full locomotion and smoother snap turning. However, the smooth turning I found to be too slow even at the fastest setting. So I went ahead and just went with snap turning. Even though I do prefer smooth turning, it was just too slow for me. And in fact, the normal walking speed is too slow. Luckily though, you're able to grapple onto almost any object a la Spider-Man. And so even though you're like this ninja guy, you feel a lot like Spider-Man because you're just web slinging from one perch to the next. There are spots that you can hide in where enemies can't detect you. There's also just normal barriers where the enemy can't see past. So you can play with line of sight and all of that, but there are just some locations where if you just get into it, enemies won't see you. And you have a different arsenal of weapons that you can use against the enemies. My favorite was definitely the trap throwing weapon, and I also liked the sword and dagger combination. I was not a big fan of the bow, especially the one you get early on. Later on you do get an upgrade, and that sharp shooting bow is a lot better, but it's just, you know, as far as bows go in VR, the bow and arrow mechanic is just not the best. There are 9 levels, and it'll take you anywhere from 2 to 3 hours to beat this game. This game is actually a little too easy, and the only challenge I found was actually on the boss level. The boss is pretty tough, in my opinion, just because you're having to move around platforms that fall and whatever, and you're having to move real quick between one another, and then you gotta shoot while you're doing that and avoid lasers. So the boss fight is fun and challenging. However, I found the gameplay to be quite repetitive, and the enemy AI is just so dumb that there's hardly any challenge in the gameplay at all. And what ends up happening is you get so aggressive that you stop forgetting about the stealth just because the enemies and the enemy AI are just subpar. So overall, it does feel kind of a slog getting to the end. And once you play the first 2 levels, the rest of the levels just kind of seem pretty repetitive, even though you can use new weapons, and there's a few different mechanics that are introduced. None of them were interesting though. So unfortunately, it's just one of those things where the enemy AI is so bad that there's really not much that could have been done to save this game. Since it is a stealth action game, you do need good patrolling enemies. You do need a reason to go into stealth, and honestly, you don't really need to if you just move really fast. And you just can beat enemies so simply with your different weapons that you have. It is fun to sling around the map, and it's probably more fun just to try to go through the end of the level without killing any enemies. That'd probably be more fun than actually stopping and trying to kill all the enemies one by one, because it can seem like a little slow and just not very fun or challenging. Overall, if I have to rate this game, I'm going to give this a sale price rating of 6 out of 10. For $2, it's a great deal. But the normal price of 20 bucks is way too much for what you're getting here. I'd definitely give it a negative recommendation if it was 20 bucks. But at the sale price, I can give it a 6 out of 10. It's definitely worth it if you can grab it on sale. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. If you like my review, don't forget to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. Have a wonderful day and happy 4th of July. Goodbye.